Well, as we get into 2026, many people have the goal of cutting back their alcohol intake.
Dry January can be intimidating for many reasons, but experts say it shouldn't be. Area businesses and restaurants are there to support you.
The assistant manager at Damon's Beverage in Bangor says they often get questions about their stock of non-alcoholic beverages this time of year, but they look to keep those options available year-round. They distribute to over 80 area businesses and restaurants their options of non-alcoholic wine, beers, and liquor, and they say the options continue to grow.
Whether it's the simple goal of being healthier or if it's medically related, cutting back on alcohol should be an exciting challenge, and it doesn't have to eliminate the fun from your life.
Definitely folks shouldn't let that stop them from eliminating going out and having a nice meal, and just because they think, well, I'm on Dry January, because you can ask for some different NA beverages. Some folks carry at this time of year. I know they've told me they carry, sometimes they up their NA beer selections at this time of the year as well.
Now, Damon's often has tastings of particular items on Thursdays and Fridays, so be on the lookout for that. Hammond also encourages people to ask about available non-alcoholic options to learn more about the variety of alternatives.
He also says to be patient with yourself, because if there's one mocktail or non-alcoholic beer you don't like, there's most likely another one that will fit your taste.